Howdy guys, we're about to start another road grading project. Just got out here, brought all the same equipment as I did on the last video. Fred's out hauling for another customer right now. He'll be here shortly with the dump truck and some rock. But one thing about working down here at Lake of the Ozarks is you got to be really careful where you go with these trucks and trailers. And I bid this road job, oh, it's been 4 months ago, and I can't remember if there's anywhere to turn around down here, because you get down in these bottoms with a truck and trailer, you may not get back out, or you may have to back out, and sometimes it gets really tight. So I am gonna walk down here and check it out and see if I can get down here. If I can't, I'm just gonna see if I can park up there and unload. But we got another community road we're grading. This should be another one-day project. So I'll be running the machine today. Fred's gonna bring me 4 loads of rock. We're gonna get this road graded up, and I'll show it to you here in a second when we get down here. But this is our bread and butter. This is what we do. A lot of road grading. There's plenty of it down here where we're at. So I'm gonna keep on walking. I'll check in with you guys here in a minute. The deer are so calm down here, calm and tame. Look at that guy, he don't even care. What's up, girl? Just chilling? All right, well, I got roads to grade. You go on, do your thing. So it is mid-August right now, and things are starting to wind down here at Lake of the Ozarks. And you'll see, man, during the week, it's quiet down here. And then you get out here in the off season during the week, it is a ghost town, and I love it. I like being left alone and just do my thing. Let's see here. I think my road is this way. Yeah. Man, I tell you, it's been so long since I've been out here. Trying to remember where I'm going. I'll figure it out. Let's see here. What do we got? This does not look right. I gotta look at the map. I was walking around for no reason. Let me see where I'm at here. Oh, I made a turn when I should have went straight. I gotta go all the way back up the hill. Darn it. This is what I'm talking about. Actually, this power line easement will take me right over to the road that I have to grade, so I'm gonna take a shortcut. Let's go explore. Yeah, this will get me right over there. We're finally gonna get some cooler weather. Get through this week. The kids actually started school today. Today was their first day, so I seen them off this morning, and we are back to usual life. So right by that camper, the road right in front of it should be the road that I have to grade. And there's no way around it. I gotta go through these weeds. I'm gonna get ticks. Watch. Something moving in the weeds. Probably a snake. Yeah, this is the road I'm grading here. Yeah, this is bad. I remember this turn right here. Let's, you know what? I think right here's the midpoint. Let's go on a little walk. Check this out. So this right here was the worst of it. I remember this. And I always tell customers on these kind of projects, the problem with this right here is water staying on the road, and we need to get the water to get off the road that way. But man, you got to be careful out here, because if I cut this road down and made a trench that went that way, now water's going towards that house, and people get really, really upset when you change things. So I did not volunteer to do that for these guys. When I bid this, I said the best we can do is get it graded up, get it fixed, bring in some rock, and put you on a maintenance program, because I just didn't want to reroute water and cause any additional problems. But all this through here, I'll just get this Powerade. This will look real good. All right, I just chatted with one of the residents, and this is gonna be really easy job. These guys are really cool down here, easy going, very understanding. We talked about some of the drainage issues, some of the concerns that I had, and why I wasn't going to fix certain areas because of watershed and stuff like that, and he was very understanding and cool about it. So we always seem to work for the best customers. What do you think?
I was gonna say, this here is kind of a clay.
Yeah.
That was down in there, and with the trucks coming, it kept squashing out.
Yeah. Yeah, I can take my machine and grab all that material and those humps and bring it back and fill all that in there.
Now sometimes there's a spring come out right there.
Yeah, that's no good. We did a job.
Yeah, at one time I had that all opened up clear up there. I just let it go.
Yeah.
See, that's the way this is supposed to go up there. And nobody wanted to take the name to save it, so
Yeah.
I just let it go.
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, no, thanks for letting me know. I'll definitely scoop all that up and bring it up, put it in that hole there.
But I would ask to make this level here with the yard. They come in there and they kind of made a little ditch down here on this side.
Okay.
And when I mow, it's bumpy going down.
Are you talking, what specifically are you talking about, so I know? Make it
Where the
flat
grass
across?
is,
Yeah.
they dug a little hole, grade of a small ditch down through there.
Oh, okay.
I don't want the ditch in there.
Well, I wasn't planning on touching anything off the road. I wasn't gonna get in the grass or nothing.
Yeah. Well,
So, but I'll get it graded up, and then I'll come check with you, make sure you're happy with it. Will that work?
you just do it the way what you want to do. Be fine with me.
Okay. Well, this is your home, so I want to make sure it's done the way you want it. So I'm gonna go grab that machine. I'm gonna get busy.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, sir. So he's the one that owns that house on the corner and owns that property with that turn. That's why he was talking to me about it. But one of the other neighbors was telling me that he's lived here for 37 years. And when I met him earlier, I could tell when I was talking to him, he looked confused. That's because he couldn't hear me. He said he didn't have his hearing aids in, so that's why I was talking so loud, so he could hear me. But I'm gonna run up and grab that machine, and we'll see you down back at the bottom, and we're gonna get to work. All right, so we are getting with it. I'm gonna get this corner all shaped up, and then Fred will be here before too long with the first load of 1-inch base rock. And I'm gonna put that on this turn because this is rough. This is bad. We left that job you seen yesterday, and I only brought that smooth bucket. Well, I didn't reload the trailer, so I just brought the same equipment we used yesterday. I really could use a tooth bucket right here on this corner to dig a little better, but this 333's got enough weight, it does pretty good. She's a big booty Judy, as my daughter would call it. A big back. This 333 is a big back, and I got my coffee splashing on me. This is rough. I'm just gonna get this cut down and shaped with the material that's here, and then we're gonna cap it off with some nice 1-inch and get her compacted. Grab some of this clay here. You heard the owner, he asked me if I would bring this dirt back over onto the road, because this stuff, that really good red clay, it'll compact. So, sounds good to me. This is hard. It's like a rock. My goodness. She's rough. No doubt about that. Oh, goodness. These kind of roads are going to give me a bad back in no time. Yeah. The old big back 333 is it'll get it cut out even with this smooth bucket. I better drink some of this coffee. It keeps splashing out on me. I tell you what, everything's gotten so expensive. A cup of coffee is freaking like $6, and usually my coffee I make at home is better. Heck, me and the daughter, we went to Buffalo Wild Wings the other day. She was out and about with me, and a large fry at Buffalo Wild Wings was $7 and some change. They lost me. I'm done. I can't do that. I can't pay $7 for French fries. So that was the last time we're going to Buffalo Wild Wings for a while. But it's crazy the way everything's getting priced anymore. And then in our line of work, in the blue collar trades, it's like guys, they don't ever want to raise their prices, and everything else is going up, and we're out here working for pennies. Well, other guys are out here working for pennies. I know my rates, I know what I want to make, and we lose out on a lot of jobs. And that's fine, because not every job's for us. But man, wouldn't it be nice if all of us blue collar trades could come together and all be buddies and say, hey, if you are in the excavation company, we aren't not going to leave the house for anything less than X dollars an hour. For me, I would say I would tell anybody, don't leave the house for anything less than $150 an hour. And really a full day rate. When we started this company, we used to do half day rates. And actually, I still have a few jobs on the books that I bid a while back that are half day, but I quit doing that because when you bid a half day job and you're only getting paid for 4 hours, it's going to take you way longer than that. And what are you going to do the rest of the day? So you got all that unproductive time. Which is fine if you got nothing going on. Don't get me wrong. Do the half day jobs. I 100% get it. I've been there, done that, and I may get back to that, but at this current moment in time, we are so busy that if I take a half-day job, well, now I'm booked out so far with half-day jobs, I'm missing out on all that extra time I could have been doing full-day jobs, if that makes sense. So that's my thought process behind that, and why I switched to full day rates only. Because let me tell you, you can run yourself ragged. Ask me how I know. Spin this thing around. on, you guys can still see. Yep. I promise, guys, I'm gonna invest in some better mounts and a better camera when I get time to mess with it, because I'm always doing this. I have a feeling if I don't cut this down and I just put rock, it's just gonna wash out. So I want to get this shaped the way I want it and then put the rock on top of it. I don't want to just fill in all these low spots with that base rock, because there is some good clay in this that I think is gonna compact real nice. But Fred, I sent him out to a hauling job. We got a call the other day from a customer. They needed 5 loads of rock delivered for a new home that they just bought. I gotta drink this coffee. Keeps spilling out on my shoes. But they just wanted some rock. Man, I'm on a ledge. Uneven stuff. They just wanted some rock delivered for the driveway. They were on a tight budget. So I gave him a price for a load of rock. Sent Fred over there. He's taking 5 loads. It's like an hour and 20-minute round trip to the quarry. Sometimes that's the thing. You get out on some of these remote jobs, it's just the hauling. It's high. You got to pay attention to that when you're bidding those things. Make sure you're getting paid properly. But I sent Fred over there this morning. He texted me a picture of their driveway because they wanted it tailgated. It's not happening. This is like an off-road trail, off camber. I told Fred, I said, don't tailgate that. I'm glad he called and showed me that, or sent me the picture, because he didn't want to tailgate it either. It's the risk reward. It wasn't worth the risk to tailgate that for just a couple $100s to turn over a truck. So luckily the customer has a tractor, so Fred was able just to dump it in piles for him. But so that's what Fred's up to. As soon as he's done with that, he's gonna start hauling for me. Which probably, man, I keep running over a hump. Let me see what the heck that is. Ah, there's a dip there. It's not a hump, it's a dip. I'll fix your wagon. Yeah, we'll come back and get you. I think I pretty much have all the implements that I want for our company. The one thing that I have been thinking about is a tilt, a bucket tilt. So it'd be a plate that goes in between your quick attach and your bucket, but it allows you to tilt it. I think that would just be awesome for putting crowns in roads. It would just be easier to get on grade. Yes, I can do it without it, but it would make life easier, that's for sure. If any of you guys out there have ever had one or have one, I'd love to hear your feedback on that. We get this job done, we're back up to Jefferson City tomorrow to cut in a ditch and do some drainage work for a fellow veteran. Retired Air Force, Master Sergeant, really good dude, done work for him before. It's awesome looking out for each other. Alright, so I got everything pretty much shaped up. I'll run this power rake over this part of the road and see what kind of rock is in it. Stirring up a lot of dust. Look at it, it's crazy how dry it is out here. I need to get those guys to close their garage door. I'll go knock on their door. Alright, so I went and got him and he closed his garage door because I didn't want to dust out his whole garage because it is dustier than all get out right now. This is crazy how dry. We go from one part of the season where we can't catch a break from the rain to now it's just freaking drier than a popcorn fart out here. see what we can do here. We'll make one pass down through here and come back and look at it. But when you're working in these neighborhoods just like that, treat everything as if it is your own. And that's what I do, and that has done really well for us in business. And people, I don't know, we're really easy to get along with. And if you just treat people the way you want to be treated, usually you'll do just fine. Like back there, going through there, if that was my garage and my door was open and my nice clean truck was sitting in there and some dude came by and dusted it out, I wouldn't be happy. And I want to get repeat work. I'd love to come in here and grade this once a year, so it's all about customer service. I'm not going to rake this area over here because you guys didn't see it, but I got all this on grade with the bucket, so I'm going to stop here because really there's not much material to rake up back there anyhow, so I love the creep modes on these John Deeres. I got on the left stick here, I can turn the speed down. Just makes me do a nice consistent speed. Let me see what's going on here, make sure I'm not digging too deep. Yeah, see what I'm saying? You guys can see that. We'll go that low. We're getting some rock back. We're getting some of this rock back to the surface, which is good. Slow down a little bit and let the rake do its work. I didn't realize it till I got here, but the right side tire on this darn rake is flat, but it doesn't seem to be bothering anything at this current moment, so I'm just going to roll on with it. I'm going to get a little 12-volt air pump to put in the truck just for times like this. I'm not going to run the rake up there any farther than this here because there's no material on the road. So there's really not a lot of raking to do on this project, but you can see what's going on here. So I'm back for a second day. I didn't get out here yesterday till about noon, and I thought Fred would have been done hauling yesterday a little sooner than he was, but sometimes you get out on these hauling jobs and they're way out in the country and it may take a little longer taking those windy roads with the dump truck, or sometimes you just get busy at the quarry and it takes them a while to load you. So yesterday didn't go quite as planned. I thought I was going to finish this job in one day, but anyway, so we're back today. Fred's on his way to the quarry right now. I got everything power raked yesterday and I'm about to throw the bucket on there and go over and get everything graded up one last time while I'm waiting on Fred. But I should not have ran this power rake yesterday. This tire is flat and I dented my wheel a little bit, so I'm gonna have to fix that. Hopefully this thing holds air. It's always something. I need to quit getting in a hurry. When I noticed that was flat, I should have stopped and went to town and got some air. Got a little 12-volt air compressor, but that's okay. But right now I'm gonna hook up to the trailer and start loading some of this stuff up. I can throw the power rake on there because I'm done with that. And then when Fred gets here with the first load of rock, we'll get busy. So that's what I'm about to do. Explain to me how that happens. You disconnect from this trailer, from the same truck, you raise the trailer high enough to where you can clear the ball and pull out from under it, and then the next day you come back with the same truck, trailer sitting in the same spot, and it's not high enough. How in the heck does that work? Get this thing jacked up a little more and we'll try her again. This is life without a backup camera. Here's a little pro tip for you guys. You want to be a pretty boy operator, carry these with you. Keep your hands clean out on your job sites after you grease your machines. Looks like this may be our last warm day for the week. We're supposed to be getting a cold front. It's been in the upper 90s for the past couple weeks, but today's going to be in the 80s. And I'm thinking I'll be done with this job by noon, and I got another job to go look at on my way home, so I'll bring you guys along for that. You can kind of see the things that we look at. This one's a drainage job. I haven't seen it, and this customer, it's a weekend home, so they're not there, so I'm gonna try to do a video call with them to make sure I know what exactly they're talking about, because it's always a challenge. That's the thing with where we work down here, is 90% of our customers do not live here. So in fact, this road we're on, a few of the guys that I've talked to, they're old retired guys and they live here full time, but the other people on that road, they're part-timers and I haven't even met them. Anyway, let's jump in the skid steer, and I'm gonna head down there, start grading a little bit until Fred gets here. Fred is here with the first load. He's backing down the hill now. I'm gonna do a little more grading on this hill before we dump anything here. There's no good place to turn around down here. And there was a few low hanging overhead lines that I was a little worried about that the stack of that truck wouldn't fit under, so that's why we're backing down. Need to back around this corner, and I'll stop the skid steer where I want it dumped. Okay. There's like a hard 90-degree left-hand turn that you probably won't be able to make in this, but.
Okay. So we're just dumping it in a pile?
I think so on the first one. I'll have everything graded and ready when you get back.
Okay.
I love this old dump truck. I've always loved trucks growing up. It's hard to beat a Peterbilt 379. That'll work. You're clear overhead. It's one thing when you're running a dump truck, you always got to look up. This is 1-inch base rock. You can see all those fines in it. Oh yeah. One of these days I'm going to put a new bed on this truck. Another thing, if you're a dump truck driver, when you dump, always get out and sweep off the back. you don't want to be sprinkling rock down the highway. You're good.
Up further back so we have to go.
Most of the rock's gonna go on the road you came in on, and then I'm gonna put this whole load on this corner because this was a nightmare.
Oh.
And then we just need to go. Say what?
Clear those wires.
Yeah, I figured I'll probably be spreading most of it with the skid steer, but at least the quarry's close by.
Yeah. I think Lori Quarry is actually closer to here.
It is,
And I wish they had the fucking rock.
but the rock at Magruder is cheaper,
Oh yeah.
like $2 a ton cheaper. So
I tell you what, that deal over there where I dumped that yesterday,
yeah,
man, that road was like had potholes in it and stuff. I couldn't even tell it was road. Did you see those pictures that I sent you?
yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
it just looked like paths mowed up through the woods. It's like, and you couldn't see the camper from the
yeah.
road. So it's like, I don't know.
Well, the first message we got from that lady, she literally texted our business phone and said, I have a builder that's going to build a house. He said we need 5 loads of rock. I'm looking for the cheapest person to bring me rock. And I guess we was the first persons to call her back, and she hired us for it. But she asked me for a quote to tear down a house back there.
There's a pile of trash or building material back there. And she said she needed to get a semi up there. And she goes, she just wanted all the rock in one section of the driveway. And I go, well, I don't know if I can tailgate this. I said, this is pretty bad. She goes, well, just do what you can do. And I raised the bed, and man, I mean, it was giving it one of these, and I went real slow, and I got it out. It was piled up about this high.
Yeah,
And she goes, oh, that's fine. We can move it with the tractor. And it was kind of like that all the way down the road. I said, would you rather me dump this in piles and then you move it with the tractor? It's just like a little lawnmower tractor with a bucket.
yeah. They were good with it.
Yeah, she was.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I didn't know if whenever he got home, if he called you.
No, they didn't say
What
nothing.
tailgate job is this?
Well, that's what I always tell people when we say we're going to bring rock. For one, I warn them when we're going to bring this 1-inch base, because sometimes it's nice and powdery, and sometimes it's clumpier than heck.
Well, it was nice and powdery like this because we haven't had any rain
Yeah.
for so long.
Oh, I was running that Powerade down through here earlier, or yesterday, and a couple of these guys had their garage doors open. I had to go knock on their door. I was like, you may want to close your garage because I'm
That dusty.
creating a dust cloud out here. But yeah, I'm hoping to be out of here by noon, and then I got to go bid another job over at Gravoy Mill.
All right, so
Just get 3 more of this.
all right.
The next load we'll just try to spread on this road. If we have to, we'll dump it in a pile and I'll move it with the skid steer. But
Okay. And then I'm hauling dirt out of that quarry there.
yeah,
Okay.
I called the scale operator yesterday, and they said that they will load dirt tomorrow or today.
Okay.
When I talked to him yesterday.
All right, I'll
So-
find out here. I'll talk to the loader.
Yeah,
Because I got to figure out how to get to that exit. I don't want to keep driving up that entrance
Yeah.
road.
they'll probably get on your butt at some
I
point.
know. They probably jump my ass whenever I get back there anyhow. So.
Yeah. Hey, the next time, before I forget to tell you, the next time we go to Stadium Quarry in Jeff City,
Yeah.
they need an empty weight on this truck
Okay.
because we're gonna be hauling out of there in the morning.
Okay.
So,
All right.
all right, I'll get to it. Woo! It is cold in this machine. This air conditioner is kicking. Love it. All right, let's do some grading. One load of rock does not go very far. It's crazy. I'm anticipating about a 45-minute round trip for Fred. So right now it's about 10 till 8. We'll see when he gets back. My windows are fogging up in here. It's so cold. Sounds like I got something in a roller. It's squealing. That's one thing I try to do, guys. I try to not waste any movements if possible. So you notice when I'm going in, I'm pushing dirt, and then when I'm coming out, I'll get a scoop, and then I back drag on my way out. It just saves time. Time is money in this line of work. And I cannot grade when I can't see through this fogged up window. I'm gonna try to fix that road in front of us before Fred gets back. It's got some pretty good potholes in it. I didn't run the power rake over it because it was there's no material. I would have just been raking dirt, so didn't want to do that. Still got a bunch of big rocks on the edge of the road I keep running over. Fred dump trucked all day yesterday. He was out at a job in Iberia that shouldn't have taken as long as it did, but it's okay. We got the job done. See there, I got her in float, and I'm just back dragging my way back to where I want to dump it. You can see I'm just grading in all directions. To me, that works efficient. This base rock is good and dry. You can see how well it's spreading. This doesn't always happen. Sometimes it gets so wet and clumpy it just falls out like chunky peanut butter. Oh, I still got too much in the bucket. Dump a little out here. Get out and pick up some of these big rocks out of the road here in a minute. Even got to watch your boom out here, guys, when they got these overhead lines down here at the lake. I'm telling you, these aren't too bad, but there's some that are super low. Like, you got to watch it. It doesn't take long for things to go south. Have your head on a swivel. always fun grading these transitions. You got to hit it from both sides to get it right. I'm not going to worry too much about perfection quite yet. That's when I'll do all the finish grading in the end once we get all the rock here. Right now I'm just doing a preliminary spreading of the rock, if that's what you want to call it. Keep a little material. I like to be able to see the tip of the bucket if possible, but sometimes you get a little too much material built up in front of it, and that's okay. But you can see how I'm just kind of, I got the bucket set. Right now it's cutting on the right side just a little bit. See how it catches those high and low spots, and then right there's a low spot on the left. And that rock, it naturally moves where it needs to if you're patient and you make small changes. And that's what I say over and over. If you guys watch me grade, it's all about small changes at a time. You don't want to come in here and make big cuts or think you're gonna make one pass through here and have it perfectly finished graded. At least that's my skill level, guys. I don't know, maybe some of you guys are that awesome, and I'm sure some of you guys are. That's just, this is what works for me. So. I'm pretty much graded up now. I'm just kind of waiting on Fred at this point. Alright, next load is here. With this freaking skid steer, it'll destroy it and not even scratch this thing. You gotta be careful. did. We were gonna try to spread it a little more narrow, but it all came out at once. That's okay. I'll fix it. Trying to push on that with the skid steer, I just make it worse and make it wider. So about 10 seconds with a rake, bring that back on the road where I need it. So when I'm done, I'll come clean off these guys' concrete. Got a broom as well. It's all about attention to detail in this line of work, and that's my opinion. Customer service, attention to detail. I feel like that's what sets us apart, because I know a lot of guys can run machines better than me. But I just treat everybody like I want to be treated, and treat their projects as if it was my own. Like this road here, I'm out here today grading this as if it was my own driveway at home. I just put a level of attention into it, make it the way I would want it if it was mine, and that seems to have served us well in our business. Business, running machines, heck, anything, don't matter. I do a lot of content online on other social media websites. The number one question I get by far is, how do you get your work? struggles, guys. I do. When you're new, it's freaking hard. You just got to be patient. And the work will come. I don't want to get cocky or anything, because that's about the time things start going bad. But we do have work right now, quite a bit of it. And a lot of it comes from social media. We have a really good website that my wife made, and Google, get a lot from Google. We have a lot of Google reviews. Go check out our Google reviews, guys. That's like the new word of mouth. So I always ask for Google reviews, and I don't always get them. People say they're gonna do them. People always say, they're like, "Oh, Ron, I love your work. It's super awesome. Love everything about it. It's a great experience." And I'm like, "Oh, you mind leaving me a Google review?" And they're like, "Yeah, sure." And then you send them a link and nothing. So then you start second guessing your work. You're like, were they really happy, or were they just telling me that? Were they too nice to tell me that I'm crappy? But honestly, I think really what it comes down to is people get busy and they forget, and I'm just not a priority, and I get that. They hire me to do a job, and I do the job, and that's kind of where it ends. I mean, I do have a lot of customers that end up being friends, I gotta be honest, but not every customer is gonna be that way. It's a transaction, guys. You can't take it personal. They give you money for your thing, and my thing is grading and digging. And also, to give a Google review, you've got to have a Gmail account, and a lot of our customers, they're older, and I don't think they can figure it out if they don't have a Gmail account. And I don't blame them. You know, they're doing something for me, and if it's a pain in the butt, then they're just gonna be like, eh, that's all right, I'm not messing with it. I don't want to put too much rock over here. If you get too much, then it gets loose on you. Alright guys, well, we are on the home stretch of this project. I got everything spread, finished graded. Now we're just rolling it in and we're out of here. So I like to work my way out of these kind of jobs. I already rolled the upper section of this road. I didn't turn the camera on for that, but you guys can see me roll this bottom part here. I'm gonna work my way in, and then I'll work my way out, and then we will be done. There's already been a lot of people in and out of here. I'm not even done yet. And my phone never quits. Stand by, guys. Alright guys, here's the bottom side of this. Turned out really nice. I met a lot of really nice people on this job. Let's see what we got going on. I'm taking pictures as we walk here, so don't mind me. Get a sneak peek of my Facebook content. But a little bit of rain on this road. This is gonna be like a rock. This is gonna be hard. So you guys get the idea. The guy's dog was out here digging as we were talking. But anyhow, I'm gonna go ahead and jump off here, guys. I appreciate you sticking around, listening to me talk, watching me run these machines and working on these gravel roads. But anyhow, so that's it for this job. I'm gonna head out here in a minute. I'm gonna load up the machine. I got to go do a couple bids this afternoon, like I said. I'll bring the camera along on the first bid, so you guys can kind of see what I'm looking at on those kind of jobs. I may try to put out more content if I can get time. It would be awesome to put out 2 or 3, maybe 4 videos a week, but we're so busy. And honestly, it doesn't take a lot of time to make these videos. It does add a little bit to my day, but if I get some views and you guys want to see this kind of stuff, then I'll make more videos. So give me some feedback, guys. Let me know how I'm doing on these. If you like them, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. But I'm gonna go ahead and jump off here, and I'll see you next time.